this is Brian Waymeyer, and in this video I'm going to go over a quick guide to basic sewing. Nothing advanced, not how to use a machine or anything, but basic hand sewing. We got a small hole here, and this shirt is missing a button. If you could sew those two kinds of issues, then you basically know how to sew. You could find a basic sewing kit, 13 bucks, 15 bucks on Amazon. The one I bought came with a bunch of different needle sizes. The bigger the needle, the bigger the hole that you're gonna put into the fabric. So for me, I've typically just put the thread, whatever color thread I want, into the tip of my needle here. But all this time I did not realize that a needle threader came with my kit, and you simply put it through the needle head. And then you got a much bigger hole to put the thread through, and you just drag it through, and voila. And if you're gonna do it the old-fashioned way, you're gonna need some good hand-eye coordination. If it's a little bit frayed, then you're gonna want to use scissors to make it like a clean cut, and it's a lot easier to put through the eye of the needle there. But once you got the string through, you can just give it a good knot. I usually do 2, and I usually guess as to how much thread I need based on the size of the hole. We just have a small one here, so it's not going to need a lot. And you're just going to want to put those ends together where the edge of the hole is. You put the needle through as close to the edge as possible. And you want to make sure you pull enough thread through so that you could do all of your back and forth. But then after that first one, it's pretty simple. You just keep going. Back and forth, pull it all the way through each time. And keep going until you get just past the end of the hole. You can see it's a little bit smaller. And just as simple as that, just take some patience setting it up, putting the thread in the hole there. And you can see we got like a dot left. You could see that we have these two ends of the string, but they're on opposite sides. So we just want to go backwards all the way until our thread here gets all the way back to the original, the start, and then we'll tie it off. When I'm going backwards, I usually take bigger leaps, have bigger distance between each of my inserts. Now you can see we've got them to the same location. So I just cut the string. Then we could knot it. I usually do about 3. And then we're going to want to cut the excess off. We have the knot we just made, and if we cut below it, it'll all come loose eventually. So we want to make sure we cut just above the knot. You can see it's got a bump there, so a little bit mediocre, but it is closed. If we had done it inside out, it would have come out a lot nicer. I would say sewing on a missing button is a little bit easier. So like with the hole, we want both ends of the thread to be on the same side so we can tie it off at the end, which means we want to start from the back so it could end at the back, so we could tie it off here instead of at the front. So we will place our button here in the middle where it's missing a button. Try and make sure it's about the same distance away from the edge of the shirt, and we'll try and make sure that we hold it at the side so that when the needle is coming through these holes here, we don't poke ourselves. So you're going to have to kind of blindly stab from the back a little bit, and you'll go through one of the holes, and we'll go through the other side diagonally. Now we have a line, and we'll try to get one of the other holes. Now we have our first X here. I actually think that those two X's on the button make it good enough. Even if the button was off center, a little bit closer to the edge here, once you actually buttoned the shirt, you most likely wouldn't be able to tell at all. Now we just gotta knot it off, cut the excess. And there we have how to sew a hole and how to sew a button back on. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if this video was helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, take care.